Commanders versus Eagles. Looks like the Eagles at home are minus 10.5. Over under is 43.5. Trey, what do we have on this game for you?
Well, it's pretty interesting. 10.5 line is pretty big. Eagles have been known to cover that. 10.5. They've covered 6 of 1 in their last 7 games overall at home, so I'm not too worried about that. But I'm going to go with a total pick. According to WinBet, 71% of the money means 71% of the bets and 95% of the money is on the under here. So I'm going to go fade the public, and over 43 is going to be my pick for the game. Over is 4-1 in the last 5 games for the Eagles overall. The over is 8-1 in the last 9 games overall, home games, and the over is 6-2 in the last 8 meetings between these two teams in Philly. So that's going to be my pick. And I also got 3 player props for you guys. The first one's going to be Dallas Goedert under 45.5 receiving yards. Commanders allow the 3rd least yards to tight ends at 33 yards per game. So I'm going to go under on Dallas Goedert. And then the second one's going to be A.J. Brown over 26.5 longest reception. The Commanders allow the 3rd highest yards per reception in the league at almost 15 yards per catch. So that's pretty high. I think that A.J. Brown's going to catch at least 1 deep ball tomorrow, and it's going to be at least 27 yards. And then last play, A.J. Brown over 70.5 receiving yards. Commanders allow the 5th highest receiving yards per game to 2 wide receivers with almost 175 yards per game. So I think A.J. Brown's going to cook tomorrow, but I think Dallas Goedert might struggle.
Are you thinking about taking those on a parlay, or are you going to take them all straight?
I'm going to take them all straight because I've been hurt too much on parlays, and FanDuel's kind of tricky. I'm not even for sure if they would let me put that in a parlay. We'll see what they would let me do. Longest reception, yeah, it's not parlayable.
Yeah, but all right, we'll take them straight then. Three player props.
But if you put the under and the 2 receiving yards in there, it's a plus 583. So I like that a lot.
Nice.
Teats, what do you have for this game?
So I'm going to Eagles minus 10.5, and this is exactly why. So the last time that the Commanders and Eagles played, I know it was with trash Carson Wentz, but he got sacked 9 times. The final score was 24-8. It was an absolute blowout. I think the Eagles could have scored more if they really wanted to. So I think that 10.5 with this being a rivalry game, Eagles are just so far superior. I know that Taylor Heinicke is playing out of his mind, but I think that the Eagles will take this 14-point game probably. Some player props. I'm looking at some receptions. I saw that Devontae Smith had 8 receptions last time they played. Trey was talking about how they gave up, the 5th most yards for a receiver. I'm going to go Devontae Smith over 4.5 receptions. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to go, let me find it real quick, over 53.5 yards for Devontae Smith as well.
Okay.
I was thinking about the Devonta Smith over A.J. Brown, but I bet on Devonta Smith last week, and he put up a donut, so I was going to go A.J. Brown there, but I do like Devonta Smith as well because he'll be seeing a lot lackluster coverage compared to A.J. Brown.
Yeah. Teats on the Eagles again. Teats loves getting hurt by the Eagles, so
dude.
This should be fun to watch.
Absolutely.
Tyler, do you have a pick for us for this next Monday night game?
Oh, yeah, of course. I bet on every game. Yeah, we're going to take the Commanders plus the 10.5 on the road. Honestly, I would never bet the Eagles. I don't think they're as good as their record shows. Just give it time. Still show.
You sound like Jesse as a Cowboys fan over there.
And then I would also take the over. I think Heinicke, he'll put up some points tomorrow. The Eagles will put up points. Ultimately, they'll at least stay within 10.5. So I would parlay those two together.
So you're on the Commanders plus the 10.5 and the over 43.5?
Yeah.
And you're going to parlay them?
Of course, yeah.
All right. I'm going to agree with Tyler on the Commanders pick. I had it in my bet slip for this weekend's picks, and I'm going to stick with it tomorrow night. Dallas lost. That means the Eagles have to lose. So Commanders plus the 10.5 out of spite of Dallas losing.